Right now, the world is watching a human rights crisis unfold. People are worried about the ongoing conflict in Nagorno-Karabakh, also known as Artsakh, and its devastating impact, the loss of life, the pain, the suffering. We need an end to this conflict immediately. Thousands of Armenians call Ontario home, and they're scared right now. They're anxious. They're worried about their loved ones right now who are being impacted in that region. There are brutal reports of violence coming from Nagorno-Karabakh. Accounts of schools and hospitals being attacked, of civilians being injured and killed. Amnesty International and other observers have even reported on the use of cluster bombs by Azerbaijan. The use of these bombs by Azerbaijan is appalling. Cluster bombs kill recklessly, they maim indiscriminately. These bombs are banned under international humanitarian laws. Their use must be unequivocally condemned. Imagine the horror of being here in Ontario as your family and loved ones are facing these kinds of abuses so far away. And for Armenians, this conflict is particularly painful because their community has already survived a genocide. In 1915, the Turkish Ottoman Empire enacted a campaign of genocide and violence against Armenian people. This systematic campaign of violence resulted in the death of as many as 1.5 million Armenians. To put into perspective, the entire population of Armenia today is around 3 million people. I was young when I first learned about the Armenian genocide. And it was through the music of System of a Down, an American music band, that I learned about the injustices that the Armenian people have faced. The Armenian genocide was horrific, and the accounts of what happened are unimaginably brutal. Armenians were displaced from their homes and forced to march across the Mesopotamia desert without food or water. Marchers were frequently stripped down and forced to walk naked and march until they either dropped dead or they were shot if they stopped. The Turkish Ottoman Empire organized killing squads where Armenians would be drowned, would be thrown off cliffs, would be crucified, would be burned alive. There were campaigns of sexual violence where women were raped or forced to serve as sexual slaves. To add insult to injury, for decades, this genocide was not recognized around the world. And it was only because of the hard work of Armenian activists and leaders who campaigned globally that this genocide became recognized, including Canada, which recognized the Armenian genocide in 2004. That's why it's so important to not only remember the Armenian genocide, but to continue to educate and create awareness around it, and to make sure that Armenians are protected across the world. We must work to ensure that we never have a genocide, we never have another genocide against the Armenian people. Not in 2020, not ever. And this is only possible by ensuring the safety of Armenians across the world. And the security of the Armenian people in Nagorno-Karabakh is only possible if they have access to the rights and freedoms that are inalienable to every single human being. To life, to liberty, to freedom, and to the ability to determine their own destiny as a community. The right to pursue self-determination. We must never remain silent when there is injustice. We must never remain silent when there is injustice anywhere in this world. We must be brave, we must be courageous to speak truth to power and to stand up against tyranny. I stand with the call for an immediate end to hostilities and a permanent solution for peace and safety in the region. Thank you, Speaker.